Hello, Sumo fans. This is a surprise live stream. I wasn't planning to come back after last night, but everything went crazy, so I thought I would come back and just talk about a few things, and if anybody happens to catch the stream, then we'll talk with you guys too. So, the situation is this. Tamawashi 10-1, Hokuto Fuji 9-2, Nishiki Fuji 9-2, Wakataka Kage 8-3, Tobizaru 8-3, Takayasu 8-3. So tomorrow's matchups are Hokuto Fuji versus Takakeisho. And there's a couple of things I want to go over there. First of all, Hokuto Fuji's looking a little nervous. He's never been in the championship conversation before. He's had a rough, probably 1.5 to 2 years. So the nerves have got to be getting to him at this point. What's interesting about him fighting Takakeisho is that Takakeisho's not having his best tournament either, which is probably killing him considering that he was probably planning to at least be in the conversation, if not win this whole thing, especially with, he had to have known that Teruno Fuji wasn't in the best shape. And he started off rough and aggressive, and the next thing you know, things have gone terribly wrong, like it has for the rest of the Ozeki. With that being said, Hokuto Fuji and Takakeisho have had some epic battles. Epic battles. And Takakeisho should win this fight. However, Hokuto Fuji is capable of taking one off of Takakeisho here. It's really a question of, does Hokuto Fuji's nerves get the best of him, or Takakeisho, who absolutely loves playing the foil, is he going to just blast him out and that's the end? With that also being said, Hokuto Fuji's in a nice position that he still has some time to be in the conversation, but Tamawashi really looks like he's in it to win it this time. So, it's tricky. But the thing about Tamawashi, okay, 10-1. Tomorrow he's going to be fighting Wakamoto Haru, which is also interesting because brother Wakataka Kage is still in this fight. So it would be a beautiful, wonderful thing if brother could help brother. Tamawashi's the oldest guy. He's really riding on an adrenaline high here. He has won a championship before. He's out to prove a lot of stuff. So with that being said, will his energy sustain? I mean, if he makes one mistake, now he's 9-2. And with all these other matches that are going on, it's a giant math equation as to who's going to be in what position by the end of tomorrow. Nishiki Fuji 9-2. I had written him off. You know, it's kind of like, oh, it's great that he's there. But I don't know. He's in Teruno Fuji's stable. Teruno Fuji is now out. Probably going to need surgery. Who knows what state will ever get him in again. It looks like his time is passing by. And you know, this could be a Kisen Osato deal where we get one more tournament out of him a year from now and then he retires. That is the worst case scenario. We have seen it happen before. So we're going to have to see. I mean, Nishiki Fuji has someone to fight for. And boy, wouldn't that be amazing if he could bring it back in Teruno Fuji's honor. Next is Wakataka Kage 8-3. And he's the only guy who's in Sanyaku. He's really got something to prove here. So, you know, it's very, very possible that Wakataka Kage is going to show his stuff. And he's going to do what he needs to do as the Sekiwake. And then everybody's going to be talking about him because the Sumo Association is dying to have a replacement. Next, we have Tobizaru. And Tobizaru is fighting Nishiki Fuji tomorrow, which makes it even more interesting. I mean, this is going to be an absolute bloodbath tomorrow. Tobizaru is really the surprise of the tournament. And I don't think he's going to be in the conversation, but this is the second tournament in a row where he had his sights on the championship, and last time it was COVID that knocked him out. So he's got a lot to prove, and he's having a good time, and I think it's very, very possible that he's going to kind of squeak by in there. But he's got to prove himself to Nishiki Fuji. And finally is Takayasu, 8-3 at Maegashira 4. His loss yesterday was yet another one in the long line of sad Takayasu losses. He's got Wakataka Kage. Tomorrow's it. Is Takayasu going to be the man, or is it going to be Wakataka Kage? Tomorrow will answer that. And with all that being said, if anybody falls off too much, it's possible that someone could win this thing with 11-4. It's such a toss-up at this point. But I'm going to go with it's likely going to be Tamawashi or Wakataka Kage with an outside chance of Takayasu. That's what I'm thinking right now. In other news, Asanoyama lost, which means it will be at least another tournament before we can see him return to Juryo. This is extremely disappointing considering that Mitakayumi lost today and is now a Sekiwake. We have lost an Ozeki. He has an opportunity if he wins 10 wins next time, but that's a pretty tall order for the state that Mitakayumi's in right now. And Shodai, 2-10 or 2-9. I mean, all we've got is Takekeisho, and I mean, he's fighting the good fight, but he's not the next Yokozuna at this point. So unfortunately, we are in a situation right now where Teruno Fuji has to hold on and delay until the next guy comes, and we have no idea who the next guy is going to be. Very, very sad. So hopefully Wakataka Kage does what he needs to do and he gets on a consistent path. Nishiki Fuji, he's a little on the small side, but comparable to Wakataka Kage. Maybe these are our future Ozeki. I don't know if we're going to see Asanoyama. I mean, to lose in the Makushita division, it tells you that there's something still not quite right in the head. I'm hoping for the best for him, but unfortunately, we're going to have to wait a few more tournaments. This has been a quick live stream, a quick little update about what's going on. I hope everybody enjoys tomorrow's insane matchups because it's going to determine a lot. This is 42 Opinions, and we'll catch you on the recap.